All right, it says this handout is on the air. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. It's Monday morning. It's July 25th, and this is our Essante team meeting. And Sue and Josie, welcome aboard. And oops, Laura, where did Laura go? Huh? She just dropped off. Well, she'll be back. A little internet snafu. Sue and Josie, am I pronouncing your name incorrectly or correctly? I don't know. Anyway, you are welcome to come over and join us in the how what is it called for the people that are over here? Anyhow, over where Laura and Larry are, you're welcome, you're welcome to come over and join us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going. What happened, Laura? You dropped off and came back?
No, actually, I haven't figured out yet, but my computer just turned off. It went like it had made this really loud noise and then it turned off, so I'm on my cell phone.
That's strange. You know, my computer does that every now and then too. Okay. Hey, good morning. Welcome, Doug. Glad to see you on board. I'm going to go ahead and click you guys over. You're going to get a message that you have to accept. Da, 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 da. If you don't want to come over, just ignore it. You don't have to. This is not mandatory. But if you'd like to come over and join us, you're welcome. So here we go, one at a time. Doug, I'm going to click you over. And we'll see if that happens. And Josie, here we go. And Sue, here we go. Doug, good morning.
Hey, Doug.
Hey, good morning.
Hi, Doug.
Hey, good morning.
Awesome. Josie, am I mispronouncing your name?
Nope, you've got it right.
Okay, so the J's pronounced. All right. And Sue,
okay.
I'm trying to click you over too. I don't know if you're not coming or it's just not working. So maybe you can let me know in the chat. Come over, that's okay. For those of you who are over here, it helps if you mute your microphones when you're not talking, because with this number of people over here, we'll start to get a lot of feedback. Welcome, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Does anybody have any particular issue that they want to address this morning or talk about? Let me sort of just have an open mic for a few minutes, and then I've got a couple things to talk to you about as well. But where are we at? Let me just start at the end and come over. Laura, you got anything particular that we want to talk about today?
No. I know that Sue and I are going to meet when she tells me she's available and go over some of the first 48 hours list.
Okay.
Other than that, we don't really have much going on.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out if Sue wants to come over and it's just not working, or what's going on. Larry, how about you, buddy? Anything going on?
I have, I've got the videos out to 6 people.
Cool, perfect, awesome, Larry.
People are, I think 3 of them are kind of avoid me, which I understand, but I'm going to connect with 3 today or tomorrow. 3 other ones.
Awesome.
So.
Awesome, fantastic. Anything I can do to help, let me know. Either me or Jackson, if you want anybody to get on a 3-way with you, we can do that.
Okay.
Okay. Josie, anything we can do for you this morning? Anything particular? I think just anything in particular we can do for you this morning.
No, I went through quite a bit last night with Laura, and so she got me kind of caught up to speed as to all the different webinars, calls, and showed me a few things in the regular Essante site for me to get the larger PDF so I can read the ingredients. That was my problem. They were all so tiny, and I'm just like, I just need to read something. And so we kind of figured it out last night. So.
Okay, cool. Hey, Laura, anytime anybody on the team needs something like that, asks for something, and we find it for them, why don't we just put it in the in the in team group so that it's available? Put it in the file section.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Do we have to be administrators to do that?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. If you have to be an administrator and you're not one, I'll make you one. I mean,
Okay,
you're one of the leaders on this team, my friend. So whatever, just go
okay,
ahead and post it in the group. If you have any trouble posting it there, let me know. I'll help you. We'll get it done. We'll figure it out.
okay.
Because I
Yeah,
think that
maybe we should talk about what that was, because that really was the one thing that she's talking about wasn't really a document. It was, if you're looking for an ingredient in any of the products, if you are on the wholesale, you have to be on a wholesale, so you can't be logged into your account, just the wholesale part. You can go on the product and you can click on the ingredient and it will magnify it, and then you can see pretty clearly what it is, all the ingredients that are in a product.
right.
And that's kind of what we're going over. But the trick was, which we found out, was you can't do it from your the secret trick is you can't do it from when you're logged in. You have to actually do it to the wholesale account. Yeah, can you help me? The computer just... Okay, so that's all I have.
You know what? Oh, you're on your cell phone right now. Okay. Because I'm actually not 100% sure I followed what you just said. And if I didn't follow it, I'll bet there's other people that didn't follow it. I wonder if we can demonstrate it, but we probably can't demonstrate it on your cell phone. Let's come back to that. Let's come back to that in a few minutes. If we can't demonstrate it today, we'll do it next. We'll put it on.
Okay. Yeah, Rick's home, and I'm just logging back on now, so I might be able to come out and come back in.
Good morning, Rick.
Good morning.
We've never met. I'm Len.
Hi, Lynn. How you feeling?
I am feeling absolutely marvelous. How are you?
I'm great.
Hi. Hi, Alicia.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, this is Alicia and Rick.
Okay.
Okay, we're on a team meeting, so...
Okay, well, your technical difficulties should be solved.
Okay, thank you.
We had a power glitch here.
Yeah, it was really weird. We don't usually have that, which I thought was
a
odd.
big thunderstorm coming.
Oh.
You've got to be kidding.
Well,
Okay.
everybody who's been around me long enough knows my computer does that every now and then too, and it frequently it tends to do it right in the middle of webinars. Like 10 minutes into the webinar, and it's a really important one, and my computer just quits. It just shuts down. And everyone's going, and people are sitting out there going, "Okay, what did Len do this time?" Hey, Doug, let me get over to you. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Just getting caught up with, as usual, my contracting work and everything. But
Yeah.
I sent the videos out a while back to a friend of mine to take a look at, and he just come back from holidays. He was 3 weeks touring around the countryside, so he's got back. So he said he's going to take a look at them, and then we'll just follow up from there.
Cool. All right. Is there anything we can do for you?
Not at the moment.
All right. Okay.
Oh, one thing. If and when he wants to get more information on that, I've got to figure out how to do a three-way international three-way.
Oh, sorry about that.
I think you have to shut your cell phone off, Laura.
Yep, I'm trying to figure that out.
If you drop it in the toilet, that works.
There we go.
Okay,
Sorry about that.
Doug. No, that's all right. Doug, the problem is doing a three-way.
It's either a three-way or introduce him to you or Jackson or somebody to do a straight one-on-one type of thing. But we'll figure that out when the time comes, and I'll just give you a buzz and see where we go from there.
Okay. Okay. Well, let us help you. Let us do anything we can to help you. Uh, Sue, so I'm not getting. I wonder, can Sue hear? Sue, do you see the chat? Um, I'm trying to see if Sue wants to come over, or if it's a technical issue, she's not coming, or she's not seeing the chat because she's not responding. So I'm hoping that she can hear us. Um, so anyhow, all right. I'm trying to click Sue over. Let me try once more. It appears that she might be on her way. Hey, look, this is really exciting. I am really pumped and jazzed and excited and happy and just jubilant to see that we have, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm here, 5. Sue's here, 6. We got 6 people here on this little call today. Now, this is the 3rd time we've done this, maybe the 4th time. I think the first time we did it, we had 2 people on. Anyhow, our little team is beginning to grow. And look, everybody, listen up. Listen to me. Our little team is beginning to grow. We are growing, and we're going to make this happen. Now, not everybody who's on this panel today has gotten a check yet. You haven't gotten your first check, but several of you actually have money that's banked into your accounts at this point. And it's a question of getting you qualified to start to get that money released. Laura's had her first checks. I've had my first checks. I don't know who else has. I don't think anyone else has yet. And Laura's going to get another check this week. Okay, it's happening. It's happening. And we can make this thing happen. And what I need each and every one of you to do is go find that next person, that one next person that we can get beneath you. Because for those of you who we're building this team down beside, we've got to build 2 legs for each one of you. One of the legs is being built with or without you, and the other leg has to have your help. So once we get that second leg going, then you qualify for commissions, and they're going to begin to roll up. It's going to take a little time. Now, for those of you who are in the PCI training, I'm going to go do a screen share for a moment. And there's 2 things I'm going to do. Sue's not getting over here. I don't know why. Laura, can you follow up with Sue afterwards and find out what's going on, whether she doesn't want to come?
No, she just sent me an email stating that it kicked her off and she can't get back on.
Okay.
That's what was happening with me. Remember last couple times?
Yeah.
I think it was lunch with Len. Every time I tried it would bring up the thing where you just start to click, and as soon as you start to click it, it would go blank. But you put the in the chat box.
Okay, so what I'm doing, Sue, is I'm dropping a link into the chat box.
Yeah.
If you click on that link, it will bring you straight into the panel. So let me let her do that. Meanwhile, I was going to put up a slide that comes out of the Platinum Coaching Intensive Training that are the overall goals for Platinum and Coach for the Shift Up team. The goal for the Shift Up team is 10,000 people on the team by spring. Now that might seem a little outlandish right now, but it's probably very doable given Doug and Jody driving this thing from the top. And I'm going to set the goal for our team, Len's Essante team. I'm going to set the goal at 1,000 people by spring, and that is eminently doable. We can do this. And if you imagine 1,000 people on this team, each one of you is at the top of this organization. You cannot get any closer to the top of a network marketing company than you are. I mean, last week, Laura had a question. We picked up the phone and we called Jackson. He picked up the phone and called Michael Winiger. We had Michael Winiger on a 3-way call. All right? If any of you have been in network marketing before in your life or in any kind of company, when was it that you could pick up the phone and call the CEO of the company and get them on a phone call and get them? And I know that you've talked to Michael, Josie. and I believe Sue has talked to him or is going to be talking to him. Okay, so the organization we have here is we're in a phenomenal position. Uh, and so if you just keep talking to people and remember, and I'm sort of waiting for Sue if she clicks on that link to come on in before I go to screen share, and we'll be off the call in 15 minutes. But remember this. Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you. Sue just sent me another text that she doesn't know where that link is that she's supposed to be clicking on.
Okay, she can't see the chat?
Can't see anything. Does she need to just go back into that original link?
I don't know the answer to that. She might try that. She might try. This thing can be a little quirky, and I don't know what causes these issues. I mean, we got 5 people here, and one can't find her way in, and it's not her fault. This is not meant to be pointing a finger. This is not her fault. I know this.
Yeah.
Webinars.
Try asking her to go back in the original link and try to get back in.
That might help. The other thing that I could do, she can't see the chat. Laura, you don't happen to know her email address, do you?
I'm not sure what the one that she's using.
Yeah, because I could send her a panelist link. I could go out and send a panelist link.
Oh, why does?
Hmm?
Okay, that's weird. I just saw something that was odd. Yeah, let me see. Well, Josie, you're muted.
To get that off. The email address that I've got is Sue's, SUES 58 at ymail.com.
All right, Josie, hang on. Just so it's Sue. Let's see. It's Sue Shepard, right?
Right.
SUESHEP. Is there an H in there? Sue Shepard. SHEPHERD.
Correct.
And the email HERD. And the email is Sue's. SUES
58
at
ymail.
Y?
Yeah, it's strange. It's just a Y and then mail.com.
Okay. Sue, SUES 58 at ymail.com. All right. Sue should get a panelist link in her Sue's 58 at ymail.com and be over here.
Okay.
Right.
She also said that they have construction going on near their house, and it might be interfering with the connection.
Okay.
So that could also be anyway.
All right. You know what? I'm not going to wait for Sue any longer because we're going to run out of time. I want the call over at 1:45, as we always do, so people can jump on the shift up call. So I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to show you a couple of things. So here's the screen share. For those of you who are not in the PCI training, I assume you can see my screen now. Just tell me you can see the screen, somebody.
Yep.
I can see it.
For those of you who are not in the PCI training, and even for those of you who are, week 9, this is. Let me find the. This is Doug and Jody's vision for the Shift Up team. You can see the slide?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 10,000 people on the time. Now this is the Shift Up team. We're only a piece of the Shift Up team, but I think realistically, if we take these numbers and divide by 10 and assume that we could easily be 10% of the Shift Up team, maybe more, but let's set the target at 10%. Then we can use these numbers as a guide for where we want to go. So the Shift Up team overall, 10,000 people on the team by next spring. How about 1,000 people for our team? And if you think about 1,000 people on the team, and you think about basically, the basic formula is $7 a person a month coming up through the organization. So if there's 1,000 people on the team, there's $7,000 in commissions a month coming up through the organization. And then there's also the matching commissions. So anyone who you personally sponsored who's making the commission, you're getting a match on. So I mean, those are reasonable numbers. Those are nice numbers, and we're sitting here at the top, and we can build this team out, and we can make it happen. So that's the target I want to set for our team, and I believe we can do it. Does, Laura, you're really at the top of this team right now. What do you think? Is 1,000 people by spring a doable thing for this team?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, I think so. So let's tuck that away in our mind, and let's ask ourselves, each and every one of us. Now, I assume that you're here. Was that Sue coming in?
No, she says it's really hard to hear on her end, so we can just catch her up later.
Okay. Okay. Anyway, I assume that you're here, that you wouldn't be up and be on this call if you weren't serious and you didn't want to make this work for you. And we can do this. We're going to drive this organization, and I'm here to help you. Laura is clearly a builder and a leader, and she's here to help too. And we're going to make this happen. So, and we want to take you with us. So each and every one of you, we want to take you with us, but we need you to do your part. And your part right now is to go out and find that next one person that you're going to sponsor. One person at a time. And remember, there is patience involved in this business. I've said this a couple times before. I'm going to say it again, and you'll hear me probably say it many times. When we talk about having 1,000 people on a team, you don't have to go out and sponsor 1,000 people. I don't have to sponsor 1,000. Each and every one of us only has to sponsor a handful of people and help the handful we sponsor their handful of people. We don't have to do this alone. You only have to sponsor, realistically, in a network marketing organization that is growing, thriving, and making money for people, the leaders in the organization realistically generally don't sponsor more than 1 to 2 people a month. That's basically what you have to do. And then you have to help the people that you've sponsored sponsor their people. Does that all make sense? I hope it does. At the risk of doing that, okay, I want to show you one other thing, and let me, Laura and I have been working on a document that there's a version of it uploaded already into the Lens Essante team group. And here's the latest. This is the latest version, hot off the press. Now, first off, let me give you some history. The history is this document has been gelling around in my mind for, I don't know, a few weeks. I've been thinking we need something to help people that are just getting started. And the actual construction of the document began around midnight last night, and so this is really a first version, and it's not the complete document. But I want to let you know that this, at least to this level, this document is already back there in the team, so that as you sponsor new people into your team, and look, I'm going to admit to you that I didn't do this with you. Each and every one of you that are on this call, I didn't do it, Laura didn't do it, we didn't have it, but we're going to put it in place now. And what I want to do is give you something that you can use to hand your new team members that will help them get started. And I know that for those of you who have explored the back office, there is a document back there. And that document is the corporate document. But we are a little bit different than corporate. We are the Shift Up team. We're under Doug and Jody, and we're doing a few things different, and that's because we're following Doug. And so we're doing a few things different than the corporate document. But at any rate, for someone who comes onto your team, you can hand them a document now that tells them who their upline is, tells them who I am, whoever, like if Larry, if you're sponsoring somebody in, or Doug, your name, your phone number goes there. There's the customer care number. You write down, when you sign up the person, they've got their website, their Essante ID, their back office password, so we get everything collected together in one place, and tell them what groups they're going to be joining, so there's no surprise, so they know where to go. And then we have a list of all the major activities: the Power Up phone calls, the nightly webinars, the Organoblitz call, the Toxic Truth videos, the Toxic Talk Thursday webinar, this team meeting, the Digging for Gold. For those of you who haven't yet been on the Digging for Gold webinar, you really ought to be there if you're serious about looking for people on social media. If you're not, that's okay. If you're going to find them in the coffee shop, that's okay too. Here's some suggested reading. If someone is coming in who's brand new to network marketing, there are 3 books that I would suggest. And the reason for this is that, as you know, mindset is absolutely number one, the most important, the most significant thing. And the Miracle Morning is probably the single best, shortest, easiest mindset book that's available out on the market there. And then Go Pro by Eric Worre, and Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. If you've never read it, never looked at it, it's a phenomenal book that will build expectation, tell you what to expect in your first year of network marketing. There's a lot of people that come into network marketing with the expectation that they're going to make a ton of money in a month or 2 or 3, and it's just not real. But that expectation is out there, and it's driven by people that are out on the internet selling things they don't need to be selling because they're wrong. Anyhow, and then we do just a little bit of chatting with the new customer about what their goals are, what do they want to accomplish, and we can go a lot deeper into that. And then we're going to launch into helping them. Okay, what's the first step I got to take? The very first thing we want to do is help them get that first rank advancement, go silver, and then but there's a bunch of stuff been added here, and we're going to be going through this, and we're going to be refining the document and making it applicable to everyone. So this document is version 3, and I haven't uploaded version 3 into the team, into the group yet, but I will just as soon as we hang up here. So, having said all that, let me stop the screen share, come back, and have I stopped the screen share without turning off the broadcast? I hope so.
Yeah.
Hey, Len.
Yeah, cool, okay. So, and here's what the reason for me to go over that the way I just did was to do a couple things. One is to tell you that it exists. 2 is to solicit your input. Each one of you can take a look at this, please, and tell us what we're missing, what you would like to see. When you got started on day 1, Larry, let me pick on you for a minute. You came in a couple of months ago. I mean, I basically didn't do anything with you. I sort of just sent you out and said, okay, Larry, you're on board, get started. And I mean, I sort of made the assumption that you knew and had some background in network marketing. It turns out you didn't have that much background. I didn't know that. And we didn't really have a get starting guide. And there's so much stuff going on with all the different webinars, all the different stuff, that I thought it would make sense to pull it all together in one spot. Yeah. And just give people something. And so, first of all, I confess that I didn't do any of this with any of you. That was my bad, and it was the way I was brought into the organization. And as is always the case, we don't do what we're told. We do what we've been shown to do, and nobody showed me to do that, and so I didn't do it to you. And so I apologize. We didn't get you guys started right, but let's fix that going forward. And let's push this concept down into the team, that you have something that when you sign somebody up, you're going to sit down with them, you're going to go over the getting started document, you're going to help them get started the right way, and we're going to drive them to profit in their first 30 days if we can, and help them get started. And team attrition, by the way, is sitting at 2%. 98% of the people who join the Shift Up team stay with the Shift Up team. That is absolutely unheard of in network marketing. And all we really have to do is help people get started, help them get into profit, and go from there. All right, it's 1:45. Questions, comments, criticisms, suggestions?
Len, I have a question. What's this document going to be called?
I don't know. Right now I'm calling it the startup document or the startup.
Okay. Getting started, Doc?
Getting started, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Is that what we're calling it, Laura? I think so.
Yeah, I think it's just called Getting Started, and there might be a number behind it just because we're just different revisions.
Getting started Rev 3 is the current version, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete Getting Started 1 and 2 and just load Getting Started 3. So the Getting Started document that's going to be in the group is always going to be current. Now, does everybody know where the group is? Is everybody a member of the group? I think so.
I got in.
Okay. If you can get in, anybody can get in, right?
That's right, and I think even Lawrence got in.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. All right, well, listen, again, we want to keep these meetings short. I want to keep them to a half hour, and the purpose, for those of you who don't know, Josie, Sue, the purpose of setting the time the way we've set it is so that everybody can be off of this and on the 8 o'clock call. And I really encourage you to be on the 8 o'clock call with Doug Fireball every morning, Monday through Friday. It's 10 minutes or less usually. Occasionally it spills over a minute or two. It's a short call, but Doug does it most days. Angel does it occasionally. Jackson does it occasionally. I think that I'm going to be doing it occasionally coming pretty soon here. But the reality is these calls are just, they're full of gold nuggets. And they're a good way to get your day started if you can spend the 10 minutes on the call. And I know for some of you, Doug, that when you have to leave and go out for your job, I realize it's hard for you. But they are all recorded, so you can always go look at the recording. Okay? Anybody else have anything before I shut it down and we can get on the call?
Hey, just one thing I wanted to mention about this document, and I think it's a brilliant idea. Bring it up to us. Like you say, you didn't start this way, but it's a no-brainer to have something in a document in front of you or in front of the person, so they have a quick reference to where to go, what the numbers are, and all the codes and everything. And I think that's brilliant. So thanks for you and Laura for putting that together. It's going to help me anyway. So that's just what I wanted to say. Thanks.
Thank you. Appreciate it, Doug. Yeah, that was the objective. There's too much stuff out there and it's too confusing, and I wanted to assemble it all into one place. And again, anybody who sees anything that we're missing that needs to be added, feel free. Okay, let's make this a full document. Let's make it a working document. And if the document isn't growing and changing, then we're doing something wrong. Okay, because it should be growing and changing all the time as we grow and change and progress. There'll be things to add and things to take off. Okay? Fantastic. Thank you, everybody, for coming. I am so happy to see you here. So absolutely, incredibly happy. And you should be happy, too, because this is the nucleus. This is the core. This is the group that's going to make this happen. And I promise you, paychecks in your pocket real soon if you work with me and just keep putting the information out there. And remember, it's okay. When the waitress comes across the restaurant asking if anybody wants a cup of coffee, 9 out of 10 people say, no, I don't want another cup of coffee. She doesn't get upset or mad. She just goes and asks the next person if they want a cup of coffee. Get over it. It's okay. 8 or 9 people you talk to are going to say no. They're stupid. They don't understand. We know that. My sister in Florida keeps telling me that she's careful when she goes shopping. She's poisoning her kids, and I can't stop her. And there's nothing I can do except put the information in front of her. You can take a horse to water. You can't make it drink. It's not your fault. Move on. Next. Because the people that get it really get it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go get on the call. Talk to you later.
Thank you, Len.
See you, Len.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Have a great day.
Bye for now.